Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here on this Monday morning, getting started in the last week of August and September coming up on Thursday of this week. So we got summer about over with. So let's take a look at our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Group Pollard and hardworking group up there in Southport, taking care of everyday comfort needs. And late August is a hot time here in the Florida Panhandle, hot and muggy. So what do they do before they had air conditioning? It's just hard to believe in it. Well, they built a house under the shade and had big windows and got a cross breeze. My daddy told me that. So he was, the first thing, he thought he was in heaven when he was able to buy a box fan and to put a box fan in the window and have that breeze every night. All right, moving on. Our Monday moon phase brought to us by Mountain Dew. We're looking at we just had a new moon Saturday night. The new moon, so we're about 12, 13 days away from. It's going to start waxing now, building up. The new moon just had it. Full moon of September, be about a little less than 2 weeks away. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Not good. Looking today on Monday 29th, we're in neap tides. The next 3 days are neap tides. So you see that how that pattern is. You have really nice strong tides, and next week you have flat tides. In fact, look at the whole month of August. You see that pattern, and it sort of goes along with what the moon's doing. All right, and then also wrote down the wind direction, south-southeast at about 6. All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. We're talking about prices, we're really high this time, just really high on everything from groceries and everything. And I by BJ Marine the other day and talking to Roger, he's talking about the prices he's having to pay when he orders his supplies, the carburetor kits and this and that. And he gave me an example. In fact, I took my phone out and took a picture of this particular tube. This sort of goes into what he was saying. I said, he told me the price, what he used to pay and what he's paying now. And this tube right here, he has to put this on the gaskets for the carburetors and all. It's a commercial grade of 3M and all. Anyway, that particular tube, he used to pay like $4 to $6 for it. He said his last order, they were charging him $52 for that tube. So you can see where prices are going up because when you're trying to get the stuff, he said it takes a while to get it in. He's just aggravated, but that's why sometimes he stays behind, not because he's not very good. The reason he stays behind is because he is so good at BJ Marine, and then trying to get the stuff in and all that. I just want to share that. A lot of times we get these repair bills and all, and you look at the prices, and that's the reason. A lot of times he has not gone up in labor prices in years per hour and all. So moving on to over Liberty County is always special to me. I have my roots are some of my roots are coming in from there in West Gaston, and I just remember fun days growing up, and they're still doing these fun kind of things. And here we go. Matt Carpenter, that's Matt's son. How about gator hunting? Put him on the dog box. Is that not a classic picture? This is how you do it over in Liberty County. I love that. That's a framer right there. Matt Carpenter, thank you for sharing that with me. Now here's do you love this picture? Malik Carpenter, Chance Carpenter, and Sawyer Bryant. Check this out. This is the real deal. They're bow hunting, bow fishing, gigging, right there at the boat ramp. And those boys are going to grow up having a deep appreciation and enjoyment of the outdoors here in the Florida Panhandle. And speaking of fun things here in the Panhandle, Chance is open the weekend. They stayed down there at Pressed Nails, and look at those scallops those Chance got. Good job, Matt. You were raising them right. And here's a view. I thought it was a view out of the campground down there at Pressed Nails. If you're gonna book Pressed Nails, now you got to do a year ahead of time, and then it books up within. I think someone told me, Darylyn Andrews, I think said he books up in a couple of hours. And you just got to wait online, and it's like trying to do the lottery. Okay, now let's. I do want to. Watching those boys remind me of something. I pulled this up last night. What kids doing outdoors and all. I thought about Jack Wingate up there, Lake Seminole. Here, Jack Wingate here, I've mentioned him time and time again. He helped Ray Scott. When Ray Scott started Bassmasters, that's the first place he fished, was down here at Jack Wingate's place. There's Jack right there. He's passed on now, but he would have this outdoor summer camp. He did this outdoor camp. A lot of kids in South Georgia go to it. And I thought about these boys in Liberty County. They would definitely go to it. They still have it. Ages 7 or 12, and it was, you know, this was back, this wasn't that long ago. But what was cool, he did boating and water safety, archery, hunter safety, Native American history. He was an expert in that. The history of Bainbridge and Decatur County, gun safety, environmental awareness. Jack Wingate's home. He took him in his house. Camp recovery, geocaching and taxidermy. So wouldn't it be cool to be doing a camp? I just want to bring that up. I always getting kids in outdoors and want to do things like that. So I have a fond remembrances of Jack Wingate. I did not go to that camp and all, but I just know he did a lot of things for kids. And then I thought about the Liberty County kids. That's what tied me in to share that with you. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I got a video coming up. Recently we had the National Wild Turkey Federation, the Bay County Longbeards, hosted by Ken Paramore and Stan Kirkland, down at First United Methodist Church, and put a camera down there and got a little bit of video, and it was a special night. Good crowd. I think about 180 some people there. I would encourage you, all these organizations that do things that are good for the outdoors, I would encourage you to participate in them and support them any way you can. But I always enjoy going to this. And the biggest thing to me is just the fellowship. Man, I just see all kind of people. I just love talking to people about outdoors. And we just had a great time. We sat there at a table with Mickey McCormick, and I got to see so many people. I'm going to start calling out names. But anyway, we shot about 12 minutes worth of video. Didn't know it was that long, but it just sort of encompasses what we got to enjoy that night. So Jeff, let's roll this video.
To get it off the ground, we obviously needed to know what sponsors we could, start with. We didn't know really where to start. But we did know there was a person in town who has been a legend in our community forever. Who had a store in town that everybody knew where it was and everybody went to when they needed something that had to do with outdoors, hunting, fishing, and so we went and saw a running room. And I'll never forget that day because Stan and I went down there together and went upstairs. Sue was there. Ronnie was up there. Jane was there. And we told him what we wanted to do. And we had a short window that year of about 30 to 45 days to pull off our first banquet. Our first banquet, we only had like almost 100 people. But when we went up and saw Ronnie, he swung around in his chair where he always sat. And he says, whatever I can do to help you, I'm here for you all. I'm glad to see you all doing this. And he opened his checkbook and he was our first sponsor. And he was our first table that we ever sold. And from 2015 into this day, C&G Sporting Goods has been a part of the National Wild Turkey Federation Bay County Longbeards. And it couldn't have gotten off the ground without people like Ronnie. And unfortunately, a little over a year ago, we lost Jane. But to touch a little bit on Jane, our first banquets and our banquets ever since, her along with Jim and the other kitchen staff organized the food that everybody ate, and to include Jane actually cooking most of the desserts that were served over the years, every time we had a banquet. So between Ronnie and Jane, it really helped us get going, and they were a perennial sponsor. All we had to do was go say, we're doing this, and they helped. So Ronnie was going to try to get here tonight, but he couldn't make it. So I was torn between just putting this off or going ahead and doing it in his honor and James' honor. So we collectively decided that I want to recognize Ronnie today and Jane. May she rest in peace. And I've got a little token from our chapter. against the wall right here. You hold back up, please. We got a friend praying for him. We were going to give him tonight, and we'll still give it to him tonight. But all I want to do is say thank you to Ronnie and James for helping get this chapter off the ground back in August of 2015. So again, we'll get that to him. Thank you, Ronnie, and we miss you, James. This past spring, I believe it was April, we lost another veteran, turkey hunter, avid fisherman, father, husband. And I want to pay tribute to Mr. John Paul Palmer. He passed away this year. He's not here tonight, but we do have a table over there in his honor. There's a picture of him on this table. He was, I've had the pleasure of hunting and fishing with him. He was another sponsor that if we were having a gun drawing, if we had something for sale, or we had a table for sale, he was the first to open his wallet and support us. He turkey hunted probably most of his life. He was a Korean War veteran, a Vietnam veteran. He chartered a boat out of a supply boat or, to the oil rigs for years before he retired. A wonderful person. I thought the world of him. And I just want to say to his family, thank you. And we miss him too. Mr. Steve Shea wants to give us a little bit of talk about a program that he's involved with right now. And as soon as we get this yakking out of the way, we're going to auction some stuff off.
Thanks, Ted. I know most of you in the crowd, but not everyone. My name's Steve Shea, and I'm president of Florida Hunters for the Hungry. We've been operating here in Florida for about 4 years, in Panama City for 4 years as well. And what we do is we do fundraisers to get people to donate money so we can process deer and hogs for the needy people in Bay County. Last year, we had enough hogs and deer donated where we provided almost 20,000 meals. A lot of those are through here, the First Methodist Church, and Catholic Charities is where all the meat goes is processed. So anyone that kills hogs or deer this year and want to donate them, the Deer Shack, Cody the Deer Shack, processes all the deer and hogs, and we distribute it to the Christian food banks here in Bay County. So without your help, we're not able to do it, so I hope you all have a big harvest this year and try to donate to feed the homeless and needy in Bay County. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. And Mr. Larry. Mr. Larry Bell is with Amazing Grace Farm. It is a farm, and I'll let him tell you a little bit about it really quick, outside of Birmingham.
Yeah, I've teamed up with a group out of Ragland, Alabama, near Birmingham, Amazing Grace Farms. It was bought by a lady that takes care of a bunch of elderly people. She was a traveling nurse for many years, and she bought the farm. And what we're doing is we're building this to become like a Make-A-Wish for the elderly. Eric Fussell does the Camo Dreams for the kids and all that stuff, and we're really focusing on the older folks, that are at the end of their life, or, have a debilitating injury where they don't get out much. At the farm, we're 127 acres, and we're growing as we grow, and we're going to take old folks out and have a good time. Where in old folks' homes, they just sit around and don't get to do much. I'm just a volunteer helping out for now, but we've left brochures on everybody's table. You can take a look at what we're doing. Also, we have a magazine article, Discover Outdoor Alabama, that did an article on us. And we've actually teamed up with Wolf Creek Productions out of Canada. And they're going to do some video for us. So in the years to come, you'll see a lot of us. We're doing here locally because we're 3 local guys. Craig Grigsby and John Bush and myself volunteered to do this. So we're getting started here locally just because we're local boys. But we're mainly going to be up around Birmingham and that area with the elderly because of the old folks' homes in that area. But if any of you have an old person that wants to come with us, we're going to take anybody and everybody. We do wounded warriors, but there again, we're going to focus on the elderly because that's where our base is up there with the old folks' homes. Thank
exciting before I forget. I want to mention especially our new sponsors for 2022. Again, there's 6 new sponsors that we got that got us to up to 22 tables. Deseret Cattle and Timber, Albo Pawn Shop, Emerald Coast Cabinet Design. They were a sponsor last year, but we had to cancel, so they are officially a sponsor in present here tonight. Thank you, Lance. Thank you, Patrick. Shrimp City. Heritage Excursions, that's the ones that we're going to auction off the Dolphin Tour tonight. And last but not least, Amazing Grace Farm. Thank you all.
Southeast, anywhere from, actually this is my furthest east, I go to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and I'm actually leaving tonight to Murfreesboro, Tennessee to run one tomorrow. So, a lot of miles, but out of about 200 banquets I've ran in my career, this one right here has been the easiest. This is a great committee. I want to give them a round of applause. On behalf of the NWTF, Mr. Stan, Mr. Ken, the entire committee, I do have 2 small gifts for you guys. Let's give them a round of applause really quick. Come on, Mr. Stan. Thank you. One more time, guys. Uh-oh, Ken got lucky this time. 4 diamonds is our winner. 4 of diamonds on the blue playing card. For our Weatherby 300. All right, this is your white playing card. If you have a 6, raise it in the air. If you have a 6, raise your card in the air. 6 of clubs is tonight's winner. 6 of clubs.
That's Miller Nixon.
Hey, Wes.
Hey, Kenny, I like that cap, man. All right.
All right, so Ron, if you'll come to the front, it's time for the live auction portion of the night. Small and large on the left.
All right, yeah, small and large on the left. What did you get? How much? 200. Let's get up. 200. 200. 2. Now quarter. 225. 225. Now 250. Now 75. Now 300. 300. All 300 now. 300. All through and done. 300. 300. 300. 300. 300. Sold. 275 and 30. You want to buy both of them? He wants to buy both of them and put that on bidder number times the money and bidder number 35. Let's give him a big head count right there. Thank you. Now 150. 150. 150. I got 100. 150. Man, don't get so nervous. We need 125. 125. 125. Now 150. Oh, okay. Well, you make sure the paperwork all comes out all right. What do you get for it? How much? I'll put a little money. Hit it down. 300. 300. 200. I got off the track right here.
Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that video. A lot of good times, enjoyable things. Let's quickly take a look at our fishing game times. We're looking at 114 to 314 this morning, 136 to 336 this evening, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. Real quick on an announcement here, a very important announcement I want to share this with you. This is my buddy Larry Brown, Billy Brown, Ricky Brown. They're the Brown brothers, Brown Manufacturing. Larry lives over there close to Pine Log. Hey, Winston, this is Larry Brown, our church. Pine Log Community Church is having a fish fry barbecue. The plan is to have mullet and or catfish. For those who don't care for fried fish, we're going to have a barbecue. And we're trying to replace the roof on our sanctuary We're a small church and need the help of the community. Here's the announcement right here. This is going to be Saturday, September the 17th from 12 to 3, and it's at Panhandle Community Church, which is out right there south of Ebro. And you're talking about doing good things for people. Look at the prices. I mean, goodness gracious. Adult plate $10, child plate $8, and drink and dessert, and they're cooking all that food. So you want to do something to help someone, help put a roof on the church and all. That's just a good thing to do. We're going to sort of try to do what we can to help them. I won't be able to participate in the meal. Won't be there home that Saturday, but that's a good fundraiser, and I love doing these kind of things. It's all about helping people out. And anytime we do something like that, so I want to encourage you folks, especially in the West End viewing area. Just go get us a box, go buy a bunch of them. I'm serious. Call and order ahead of time. Tell them you want a bunch of them, and just start to hand them out to your friends and neighbors and all, and that'll be a good deal. We've run out of time. I'm gonna have Steve Shea come back on tomorrow to finish up his stories and the video on those alligators attacking the helicopters. You have a great day today. Do something good for your fellow man. God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.